Following our video of the sobrasada, which we have when we go to many of the local restaurants here, we have sobrasada on toast. Another thing that we have quite often are these pimientos de Padron. So they're just small peppers, and they're very simply cooked, just fried in olive oil, and then sprinkled with some salt. So I'm just going to have a go at doing them and showing you what they look like when I cook them. So first of all, it's a good idea to wash them, but if you do wash them, just dry them off a little bit so that there's not too much water on them, because we're going to be frying them in oil. I use olive oil, and I think probably the Spanish and Mallorquins would use olive oil as well, rarely use other oils for cooking. So let's move over to the frying pan. So first thing to do for me is just to get the pan warm, and I'll put some olive oil in there. Quite a good glug of olive oil, as Jamie Oliver would say. And the other thing that I use for this is a lid, so I will be putting the lid on there just to stop any splashing around. Sometimes if there is a little bit of water on the Pimientos de Padron, we do get a little bit of splashing, and hot oil is a little bit dangerous. So we're going to warm that up, and once it's warm I'll put the pimientos in. So the oil's now quite nicely warm. I'm just going to sprinkle them in. And I'll just move them around to get the oil on all the surfaces, and really that's it. There's not a lot more to do here. We're just going to cover them over and they will cook fairly quickly. I am going to put the lid on just so they don't spit. Pimientos de Padron are not normally hot, but now and again you do get one that's really spicy. It's a little bit like Russian roulette. You put it in your mouth, you never quite know how spicy it's going to be. But that's part of the excitement of the Pimientos de Padron. When we've been in the UK, we've actually found them in some of the supermarkets there, and we cook them with our friends in England, so you can get them in the UK. You might have to look around a few different places, but it's certainly well worth a try. You can hear them now splashing around a bit. Give it a bit of a stir. You can hear they are sizzling quite a lot, and I use the lid just to protect myself from any splashings, protect the cookers as well. I'm just going to put the light and the extractor pan on. It might be a little bit noisy. Not sure if it'll help you when you see the video. That's probably a little bit more clear. Cooking is really quite quick. All we're trying to do is just cook them through and singe the surface, and then we'll put them back into the brown bowl and add a sprinkle of salt. Following the sobrasada video, a Mallorquin lady got in touch with me and saying, you shouldn't cook sobrasada. There was a different sort of sausage type meat that you should use for cooking, and obviously she knows it a lot better than I do. But sobrasada cooked does taste good, and it's what we find in our local restaurant. It's very tasty. And I have had one or two comments saying how nice they thought it was cooked. As the pimientos start to cook, you'll see that the skins start to blister, and they're very nearly done now. But I do recommend using a lid when you're cooking these. Protect you from the spitting. A little bit of water's coming out, and that's mixing with the oil, and that's what's causing the spitting to occur. Once all of the water has gone, then as you can hear now, the spitting has now started to subside, and perhaps take the lid off now. And they're looking pretty good. You can see they've just started to blister on the surface. Some of them have changed colour, and I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to turn the heat off now, and then we can transfer them back to our brown bowl. Just to finish off, a little sprinkling of salt. I probably put too much salt on, but I do like the salt. I'll just mix them up. And that's Pimientos de Padron. As ever, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, so sometimes there's a hot one. Really tasty though. I certainly don't claim to be a master chef, but I do like my food, and Pimientos de Padron are one that we quite often start a meal with when we go out to one of our local restaurants. If you've never tried them, do give it a go. It's well worth it. If you're interested in any of our other videos, just have a look through the YouTube channel. We've got lots of different food videos that we've done there, and some of them are local, some of them are from where I come from in Stoke-on-Trent. But I hope you enjoy them. If you have, please share them with your friends, and don't forget you can subscribe to our channel. Bye for now.